Okay, so we're doing a 10-minute topic, and I'm titling it How to Get Wholesale Deals. I'm doing this because we've really done 10-minute topics on this, how to market, how to do that, but I think a lot of people searching don't really understand the steps to it, and they might be just searching on how to get wholesale deals. So this is a 10-minute topic on how to get wholesale deals. First, we're going to define what a wholesale deal is. So a wholesale deal is a deal where you can buy it cheap enough from a seller, almost always direct from seller. You can buy it cheap enough to then assign that contract to an investor who's going to then rehab the property and make money on it. Understand that's a pretty big discount, right? Because you got to buy it cheap enough that you can make money and still bring it to somebody who's going to then make money on it. So we're talking about how to get those, right? So like as I said, the only way I know how to get them is going direct to seller, right? For 4 years, we bought everything at auction and from REO agents, and we rehabbed them ourselves. And about 3 years ago, we decided to change to wholesaling. We still rehab, but we started wholesaling. So we went direct to seller. So we started marketing. So somebody that's new is not going to do what we did because we already had a pipeline of deals that we were finishing rehabbing. So we had money, and we started spending a lot of money on marketing, like over $20,000 a month. And we did not see one penny from that for 8 months. That's a lot of money. But in the end, it worked, and we get a pretty good return on our investment. And you hopefully can build up to that over time and spend money on direct mail or the other things that we do. But if you want to start and you want to get wholesale deals, the only way I know how to do it that's cheap is to get a list of people likely to sell, and we can help you with that. The only thing you need to do is come up with the zip codes of where you want to do it, and then we're going to go to a site where we get a tremendous discount, like a 90% discount on the building this list, and we're building a list of people that are likely to sell. So if everybody wants to know what's the magic, it's different in every county because there are places where you can get good absentee information, so you can get people that don't live in the house, and there are counties where you can't. There are counties where you can get good information about equity, and there are counties where you can't. So the basic parameters of that list are going to be either absentee and or higher equity and or people that have lived there a long time and or, I'm saying and or because some of these criteria apply in certain places, some don't. Age of the borrower, older people are more likely to sell. Things along those lines, right? Also unknown factors where other investors aren't looking for it, so maybe unknown equity, things like that. So what we can do is we can take your zip codes and we can narrow this down to a list and get a list of around 10,000. We think that's a good place to start. It's about 10,000 targets of people that are more likely to sell than not. We then take that, and that list will cost us somewhere between around $300 to $400, right? It could cost you $8,000, but it'll cost us $300 to $400. We then take that list, and all that gives you is addresses. So you can mail that list, but that mailing is expensive. We're then going to take that list and skip trace it, and we have very good places to skip trace. We can do it for you really cheap, so we can get you great data, and I think for around $1,000 we can get you multiple phone numbers for that list. So for somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500, we can get you 9 to 10,000 targets of people to call. What you then do is you start calling them, and we can help you with scripting, and we can help you with exactly what to say and exactly what they can respond and how you should follow with those. And what you really need is some way to capture it. So it could be a Google sheet, it really can, but obviously a CRM program is better. And you could just call on your cell phone and text on your cell phone if you'd like. There are better ways to do it too that cost a little more money, like a Mojo dialer or Call Tools or Zen-Call predictive dialer, so it'll save you time. It depends how much you want to spend. But one-time cost for a while is about $1,500, and then you can literally just spend an hour or two a day calling. You're going to get some people who say, yeah, I'm interested in selling, or this house I don't even own this house anymore, something like that. And we can help you with what to say. And then you have to follow up with them. A lot of these people are going to say, I'm interested, but not right now, or you're going to talk to them, or they're going to ask you, what's your number? We can help you with that. But that is the way you get wholesale deals. You call people that are likely to sell, and you ask them if they're interested in hearing an offer. And some of them are going to say yes. What people don't understand, and people that look at this business from the outside say, this is crazy. You're taking advantage. And historically, about 10% of all properties are going to sell off market, not on the multiple listing service with an agent. There are 100 reasons for that, right? Part of this is mindset, and you should watch our videos on mindset. Sometimes people are embarrassed of the condition of their house. Sometimes people inherited the house and do not want to deal with it. Sometimes they don't live nearby. I can give you 20 reasons why people have sold houses to us. You have to call these people and hit them when they have some kind of motivation to get rid of it. That's basically the whole way you're getting wholesale deals, right? And as you grow the business, you can hire people to make those calls, and you can hire other marketing tools like mailing that we do, where people will call you. But in the beginning, that is the cheapest and best way to start getting wholesale deals. You call and text people that are likely to sell. We can help you get that list, and we can get you phone numbers for that list. And we don't take a penny from it. We offer free coaching, and we'll help you get started. But it's, a lot of people that start are not going to keep doing it because, to be honest, it's not an easy thing to do. You're going to face a tremendous amount of rejection. People are going to tell you, go to hell, die in a fire, you're a piece of crap. I've been told everything, right? It doesn't bother me at all. But in the beginning, you're probably going to feel bad about it. So this is something that you do over time. You build up a resistance to it, and what happens is that magically somebody appears, right? You also should tell people that you do it. And obviously, if you've never done a deal, you're scared. What happens if I do get a deal, right? That's the scary part, right? According to Brent Daniels, there's 5 things that a potential seller can tell you. He can say, how'd you get my number and who is this? He could say no, most likely you're going to get a no. He could say maybe, I don't want to sell now, but I want to sell in 6 months when my tenant moves out. And he could say yes. The scariest thing he says is yes, because then you really got to go to work. You got to qualify the borrower. You got to know what to say. You got to know what to do. And these are things we can help you with. I guarantee it. If you're in our area, we have a good. We have buyers listed most of the country, so I know good people. I could tell you they can. You can go to them. We're not asking for anything on it. In our area, we have our own buyers list. We can work the deal with you. We just did that recently with somebody. He had a deal, brought us a deal. We went into contract. We sold it. We wholesaled it. We split the profits with them 50-50. Sometimes if you bring us a deal, that's usually the deal. That's usually the way it'll work. So we're willing to help. We're willing to help people do it. We don't believe in competition, only collaboration. And that's how you get, if you don't have a lot of money to spend, that's how you get wholesale deals. Get a list, skip trace the list, start calling. Call everybody on the list. You're not going to reach everybody on the list the first time. It's going to last you many months. Eventually, you're going to need a new list, but crucial that you capture anybody that says yes or maybe, so you follow up with them. We can help you with follow-up also, tell you how to do it. But that's the secret to getting wholesale deals. For anybody starting out who doesn't have a decent budget, right? If you have money to spend, there's a lot of ways to do it. You can buy a texting program for $1,000 a month and text those people automatically. You can pay a cold caller to do this calling for you if you wanted. There's a lot of things you can do if you want to spend money. If you don't want to spend money, calling and texting, I think everybody's got an unlimited data plan and unlimited calls on their phone, so just call and text them all. And you got to deal with the rejection, and eventually people will say yes, and people will want to sell you the house, and then you got to go and meet them, and you got to evaluate whether it's a deal. We go on people's appointments with them, so we can help you with that if you want. Again, we're here to help. We offer coaching for free at this point. It hasn't taken too much of our time. If at some point it might, we may have to decide whether we want to charge for it, but right now it's free. And we believe very, very, very much in helping people do this business. We love this business. It works in New York, even though most people don't believe it does. And we can help you whether it's in New York or somewhere else. So that's how you get wholesale deals on a very, very low budget. Again, if you had said, listen, I can devote a couple $1,000s a month to this, we can go through how you should spend your money to do that. There's a few ways we can suggest of getting deals that way. But it's a simple way. Let us help you because we get huge discounts. That list and skip tracing, it could cost $10,000 to $15,000 if you went somewhere else, and you might get crappy data on the skip trace. So we can help you get good numbers for really, really low prices. So that's it. I think we're going to be short 10 minutes today, but this is how you get wholesale deals on a low budget.